Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of In Her Shoes. And today I'm so excited for our guest, and she is going to be coming on, Kellina. Let's see if she's on here. Here she is. I'm going to actually see if I can request her. Um, let's see.
Oh, perfect.
Kellina Powell,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am so excited to have you. So everyone, this is Kellina Powell, and I wanted to bring you on because you're just so amazing. You're a mental health coach. You're a deaf advocate, right? And building a community. And I wanted to really hear your story because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I just wanted to hear, like, I want you to share kind of your experience and everything that kind of led you up to now. So whatever you feel comfortable sharing, we would love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for having me, Kelly. That's the first thing I want to say. Yeah, definitely, because I feel like when I was growing up, having a disability is very difficult for anybody to have. It's not an easy life journey. It's like a roller coaster. One day you're okay, the next day you're not good, and people can be so frustrated sometimes because there's so many lack of education on disability, and so
Mhm.
that's just very difficult. And for me, when I was growing up, because I became deaf at the age of 4, I never met anybody that was deaf like myself, or even went to a therapist or a coach person who ever had the same experience as me. I never met anybody, so I said, you know what? Why not make the first changes in the deaf community to help them and get them voice heard and help them overcome their personal growth, especially mental health.
That's amazing. So you were deaf at age 4.
Yes.
So was it immediate or was it over time that you lost your hearing? Or can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. I would say it all started when I was at daycare. So because I was at daycare and I had an ear infection, and so my doctor prescribed me an ear drop. And so what happened was that I went to the daycare, and they put either two regions they screwed up on. One, either they put on the wrong timing, or two, they put too much in my ear.
Wow.
Yes, and then that day I went home. That's when I lost my hearing.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom was tapping on my shoulder, and she was like, "Hey, are you not listening? Like, Selena, what's going on?" And I said, "I can't hear." And so my mom freaks out, called my grandmother. My grandmother is a nurse, luckily, and so we went to my family doctor the next day, and they said it's too late. She literally deaf now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that for you growing up?
I would say it was I was confused. I was really confused because I was hearing two different voices. Versus my normal hearing with the hearing aid, it's a whole different voice that I was hearing, and it was just too much. And I was kind of confused because I thought something was wrong with me. I always asked, like, why am I given this disability? Why was I given that? And because I was 4, I had no idea what was going on. And especially being a young age, I had to learn how to grow up, literally, because they're like my family. I'm the first person that is deaf in the family, so that's even more challenge on my family. And my family is like, oh my god, how do we accommodate with Kellina? How do we help her? And so it was a lot of challenging, but at the end of the day, my families are really supportive. They will do anything, and they're super protective of me until this day. So yeah,
Mm. That's beautiful. What do you want people to know? Because you are doing this advocacy work, around with the deaf community and you're, a mental health coach. What do you want people to know?
I just want people to know that do not be afraid to come out, especially someone that have a disability. I just want the people who are not like defined as disability to kind of work with someone that have a disability. I feel like a lot of times people overthink too much sometimes.
Mm.
And people be like, oh my God, how do we do this? How do we don't be afraid. Just ask a simple question. How can I help you? And I just want to say that, I always want people to know, especially about the deaf community, is that we're a very big community than you ever think of. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's such a small community. No, it's not. It's bigger than you ever think. Like when I came out as an advocate, I had no idea there were going to be so many people across the world that were deaf like myself. And so, yeah, that's something I always want everybody to hear about.
Amazing. That's so powerful. With the mental health aspect, with like stress, anxiety, did you have that with the disability? Like, was that even elevated for you? And do you think it's elevated for other people that have, right, any kind of disability? Like, what are your thoughts around that?
I would say yes. If you have a disability, there are so many things that come with it because there's anxiety, there's depression. And for me, because not just anybody has a disability community, but specifically for myself, when I grew up, I was super nervous to be around the hearing community because I didn't know how to communicate. But luckily, I went to two different schools. I went to a hearing school and a deaf school. So I was able to learn how to communicate. So thankfully, I got to experience both. But when I was growing up, I had a lot of like anxiety around hearing community. I was depressed sometimes, but not too much. But it's more of the nervousness I was getting.
Mm. What would you say to people that are deaf or have a disability, or even people that don't, that may be suffering with like anxiety or depression, or just some kind of mental illness? What has helped you? Like, is it being around community? Is there anything that any thoughts that you can give around, even like ways to cope with it, or help with it?
Yeah, for sure. I highly recommend a lot of people to seek help, especially coaches or therapists. I know a lot of people can be really nervous of going to them because they feel like they may not get the positive results that they wish they were going to get back. The second thing is definitely find your support community because I feel like that is super important. Find the right group of friends. That's very important. I feel like a lot of people surround themselves with a lot of friends that is not supportive or not able to uplift them, and that's definitely my thing. That's what I've been doing while I was growing up, change about my circle of friends, and like
Mhm.
it was much more positive. And because for me, like I'm only 23, and so a lot of people are like, whoa, like you're so mature for your age. And I said,
Yeah.
I have to because my disability made me more mature because I had to learn super quick how to navigate with myself with other people. And then another option too, I always tell people is um, don't not be afraid to come out on social media. I know that some people be like, oh my God, what if somebody, talk and I said people will talk at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's your life, it's your decision. They are not paying your bills. Are they paying your bills? No. And that's why I would tell people and I always encourage them to do it because you just never know who you come across you and you never know how you're gonna make a difference in the world because social media is super big nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. With the work that you're doing, because you have, right, you have a YouTube channel, you have a Facebook group, right? You're like all over, girl. You're all over.
Yes.
You're so like I love it. I love it. What is your hopes like with that? Is it spreading the advocacy? Like, what do you want people to hear? Like, is there anything that you kind of want to like just raise your voice around, like with these communities that you're building? Because you're helping so many, and I'm just curious, like, what is your, like, do you just want to get out there and like spread the advocacy, or what is your intention?
Right now, my intention is make the change for the deaf community. I want everybody to make the deaf community to feel more included because I feel like there's no education on the deaf community. Even when I was on the clubhouse alone, people had no idea. They're like, uh-oh, how? And I'm just like, no, this is crazy. And it's not a big deal, but it's kind of funny because I'm just like, wow, I knew right there I had to make a change around the clubhouse with a friend of mine, and especially being on Instagram and being on different podcasts and different interviews. And like, I knew I wanted to make a change, and right there I did it. And I had a lot of people being reaching out to me. And so my next thing I want to do is write a book about me being deaf in the hearing community, so that way the hearing community understand what it's like being deaf in the hearing community.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Yeah, because I remember like even in Clubhouse when we were in some rooms together,
Yes,
like, you know, and I was not doing it when I first got on Clubhouse. I wasn't announcing my name. I wasn't saying I'm done speaking. Like, I just wasn't aware. And you're so right. Like, there's so many things that a lot of people do not know.
exactly. It's true. It's true. And I mean, it's not no one's fault. Like I always tell people, it's the education fault because that's where we start and that's where we get information from. It's school. So school never taught us how to be inclusive. So that is really something I really want to make a change in the education part with that alone as well.
Yeah. And what did you experience when you were in school? Like, what were people just like? I would love to hear that experience.
I'm, oh my goodness. So it was a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I was the point where sometimes I would lie to my mom and say I am sick because I didn't want to go to school. I would bully a lot of times. My daddy was always up and down. And, I always had my hearing aid. I would never tell people I was deaf. And, teachers would not be inclusive because they thought I was trying to take advantage of my accommodation. It was just stupidness. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And so it just that's because teachers are literally your second parents, I would say, because you're with them 24/7 than your own parents.
Yeah.
And so with that, like a lot of teachers was not conclusive, not like the teacher didn't even bother. And even to the point where when I got to high school, this really screwed me up a lot. And that right there hit me really bad because my guidance counselor screwed up my grades. She forgot I had two last names. That's one. Two, she forgot she tried to twist my brain kind of to make me go to a community college instead of university. And so what she did was she's like, no, you should go to this. And I'm like, that's not what my goals and plan was. My mom totally said I need to go to university. And she didn't even care at all. And she took that advantage and did not put my grades into university when it needs to be submitted.
Wow. So how do you deal with that? Like, how do you?
I would say honestly, props to my family. My mom came to the school and she literally like literally banged it out and she told the principal, "Are you dumb? No, this is my daughter. She's going to school. She's doing this. Like no." And so it was just kind of crazy how we figured things out. And then my guidance counselor apologized, and so I was like, "Are you kidding?" And so, and what happened was, next thing you know, I finally got accepted. But the way how I dealt with it, I realized is that the only way to make a change is to speak to people and tell them, like, hey, whatever you're doing now, it's going to pass to other students in the future. And I always speak to my guidance counselor and I said, hey, what you did was totally wrong. So it's funny, but now that I'm graduating from my university this year, actually this month I'm graduating. I actually went to my high school last year and I said, hi, I got accepted to university and I'm done. I'm almost done. And she's like, and literally her face is dropped. And I'm like, yeah, doesn't mean I have a disability, doesn't mean I can't do anything.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. So I love stories like that because you're like, oh, because yeah, it's not necessary, right? Like it's
Exactly.
and how good do you feel? I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel super amazing, believe, and I feel like I'm super happy that I could carry that message with me and help others who are struggling in school as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And that story is super powerful to like help other people that are going through similar things like that. Let me ask you this, because you have been in those type of situations where maybe like it triggered anxiety or depression or even like being misunderstood, was there anything that like, did it make you work harder, or did you like the times when you were really like depressed or down and out, what did you do? Like, you surround yourself with community, but was there anything like, was there any like, did you do art or did you do anything else that helped you with like those times that were really tough, just to help other people? Like, what do
I
you
was
think would be helpful?
Yeah, I would say definitely. I always have my favorite hobby is listen to music. Listen to music cheer me up all the time, especially from my background because I'm from the island, the Caribbean islands. So we love to party, we love to do different things. And so with that being said, I always like listen to music. And on top of that, I always surround like my friends. We do activities, and luckily I have a little sister. She always keeps me busy on my toes 24/7.
Yeah.
So I was able to have that little bond with my sister and be able to do that. So my sister was like busy. She'd always keep me busy. But for me to overcome it, I would say I watched a lot of YouTube videos, even a lot of movies about inspiration movies to help me to keep moving forward, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. So anything else that you want, I mean, this is a platform. I wanted you to bring, I wanted to bring you on just for me to learn, and for to give you the space, and like, what do you want people to take away, and where do you want people to go? Like, I just wanted to give you like a platform for my community to really like understand, and like, where and what do you want people to do and go and all the things.
I would highly recommend a lot of people to learn basic sign language because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and especially someone who is a deaf person, they are heavy lip reader. So I always tell people to be mindful, speak a little bit louder, not too loud, speak really slowly. If the person can understand you still, make sure you carry a notepad or something with you to write that down and just show it to them. Second thing is I highly recommend a lot of people to do is learn basic sign language. I know sign language is pretty simple, but I'm learning sign language myself. I would recommend a lot of people to kind of engage a lot with the community, actually help them to get out there and, support them, especially on YouTube, TikTok, Retreat, or, anything like that. So that would definitely be helpful to support us, especially the community.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. I'm so excited for your book. And
Thank
I'm so
you.
excited. Yeah, I am so excited. I mean, it's what you're doing is so impactful. Where do you want people to go? Because I know you have communities, right? You have a Facebook community. Where do you want to drive people to go? I mean, obviously they're going to see that they're going to follow you like on your Instagram, but
Right.
where do you want people to go? And do you have anything like, because I know you're a mental health coach, like anything coming up or anything now?
So right now, my book is coming up. So my book, and then I'm thinking about starting my own nonprofit organization for the deaf community to help get support system. Because myself and mental health coach, so I'm gonna bring that together. And in terms of help them afford hearing aid or any other technology for the hearing aid. So, and the third thing I'm working on, I really want to do was build a course for people how to be inclusive. So this course is we're gonna be go out to different CEO or social media platform, anybody that really interested in how to make the platform to the next level for someone who have a disability. That way we can bring it together as in one. Because my goal is always to make sure the two worlds come in one. Because it's very important that everybody's voice to be heard.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love you so much.
Thank you.
So, your book, you're going to have a course. Follow this woman. She is incredible. And you're just bringing so much knowledge and positivity, and you're such an advocate. And I just want to say thank you. And I'm so thankful that we came together, and the work is, I mean, you're still young yet. I mean, you have so much more to go. Like,
Yes.
it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any last thoughts that you want to leave everyone with?
I would say I have a YouTube channel. So It's gonna be really cool. People be like, oh my god, YouTube channel. I want to see what it's like being deaf in the hearing community. Yes. So I have a YouTube channel. I want everybody to see so much work that I start. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, okay, I need to fix my YouTube because a lot of people kept asking like what it's like on Clubhouse, what it's like on the Human Real daily basis, like what is it like what is the life of Kellina? So I'm gonna start doing my YouTube channel, get back on that, and that way I can get it out there for a lot of people.
Yes. Okay, so YouTube channel. What's the name of the YouTube channel? Is it your name?
Kellina, yeah, Kellina or Deaf Queen Boss if you need to look it up quickly. That is my YouTube channel.
Okay. So YouTube channel. I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna go subscribe right after this. Because it's amazing. I just, I love listening to you also, like on Clubhouse. You just have so follow, right? Follow you on Clubhouse. And what's your handle on Clubhouse again?
Deaf Queen Boss.
Deaf Queen Boss. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Kellina. You are such an inspiration to me. And I just want to say thank you so much for the work that you're doing. And you know this, but if you need anything, like I am such a big advocate and supporter of you, like please don't hesitate to ask. And thank you so much for like your time and your energy and just being, a source of inspiration today for the people that are watching this live and even on the replay. I wanted to bring you on just to showcase you and the amazing work you're doing. I'm excited for your book.
Thank you.
And everything that you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Kelly. It just means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Great. So watch the replay, everyone, and make sure to follow this woman. She is up to big things. And I can't wait to see you in a couple of years. You're creating magic. Magic and really life-changing impact.
Yeah.
So
yeah, life changing. Yes,
yeah.
It is life changing for me too.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And we will talk soon.
Yeah,
and
for
this
sure.
replay is going to be up. So just thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.